Hey guys, Q here for ButtonSmashers.com, and this is our review for X-Morph Defense.
System wake-up initiated.
X-Morph Defense is a tower defense twin-stick shooter that places the player on the side of the would-be antagonist instead of the potential heroes. You play as an alien consciousness, tasked with establishing and protecting an invading force to the planet Earth. As you'd expect, the dominant species on the planet are not too happy with your invasion plans, and thus attempt to foil your plans. In this game, you're able to play the campaign and survival mode on the Switch using either the Joy-Cons or Controller Pro. Between the two options, the Pro Controller is the better of the two options if you have one. If not, the Joy-Cons and the grip will suffice.
Gunships attacking the alien.
This being a tower defense game means that you're responsible for building and maintaining structures to deter the impending waves of human retaliation. These waves come in the form of tanks, infantry, helicopters, bombers, and other more sci-fi inspired units. Before each wave, the player is able to see the path of incoming units and use structures to both prolong and destroy them. To do this, you're given a set amount of resources. This limits what can be built and thus enhances the strategy elements of the game. As enemy units are destroyed, more resources will be earned to build more or enhance existing structures. Each type of unit has its own weaknesses and strengths. Some may even change from wave to wave, so it's important to keep track of what's on each part before each wave. Moving structures is also possible during and before waves via a ghost feature that your little alien fighter has. The fighter uses very solid twin-stick shooter mechanics, but its primary purpose is building structures and guarding resources. This isn't as apparent in the early stages, but by the mid-section, you'll be completing missions without even firing a shot. Speaking of firing shots, the fighter is indeed a capable twin-stick shooting machine that has 4 different types of weapons. These unlock as you play, and they consist of anti-missiles, plasma shots, bombs, and lasers. These different firing types also each have their own alternative options like a singularity and defensive shields. As you unlock these abilities, you'll be able to purchase them using 2 types of currency to upgrade not just your fighter but also the structures that you create. This makes for a really engaging system that serves as the primary driving force behind playing, since repeating stages don't have any benefit outside of honing your skills. Checkpoints are placed between waves to give players a much needed break if they need it, or to allow quick restarts if you mess up during a wave. Similar to titles like Super Meat Boy, it rewards players for trial and error by putting them back into the action as quickly as possible. You improve your skills by dodging, shooting, switching weapons, building and moving towers in the blink of an eye. Playing like this relies on those checkpoints to get you back into the action as quickly as possible. The game does have some lengthy loading times, however, given that we played the Switch version for this review, it was to be expected. Other versions may have less loading time and better visuals, not that the Switch version is a slouch in the visual department. The game has an isometric view and uses its perspective to its advantage. The amount of detail in each stage is admirable from a technical point of view. Remember, this is the Switch, a handheld home console hybrid running a mobile chipset, and the game uses every ounce of it while holding a silky smooth frame rate. During each wave, there are lots of explosions and particle effects, but it all holds up well. There also wasn't any distinguishable difference between tablet and docked play, both looking great. The limitations noticed was the lack of multiplayer found in other versions of the game, possibly due to hardware limitations.
Despite the surprise attack, you fended off all enemy units. We didn't expect to encounter intelligent life forms. However, the harvesters have already begun to land, and we must continue. The next cores are approaching the atmosphere according to the planetary assimilation schedule. Move your consciousness to the next landing site.
So with all that I've had to say so far about this game, here's my final verdict. I think I've found my first Game of the Year nominee for 2019, and it's X-Morph Defense. The feeling of conquering the human race from continent to continent is exhilarating fun thanks to solid game mechanics, challenging missions, bosses, and pacing. At $20, it's difficult not to recommend this game. It's well worth the price, and I'd actually recommend shelling out the extra $10 upfront to get the complete version that comes with all the DLC. X-Morph Defense is a great game that rewards both tactical and impulsive skill in a very gratifying way. If everything I've said so far about this game has you interested, then get it and thank me later. Thank you very much for watching our review of X-Morph Defense. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to leave us a like and a comment in the comment section below. And if you'd like to see more content like this from us, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll always know when we put up new content.